A well-executed blog will give you a competitive edge, and it'll make you an expert in your field. This is tutorial number 20, how to write a blog. Hi, I'm Candace. Welcome to Websites Made Easy with Candace. The tutorials in this series are based on my book, I Need a Website, What Do I Do Now? If you'd like to follow along, you can purchase my book at Amazon.com. A blog can be a personal website, but it can also be a regular feature on a business website that imparts information particular to that business interest. It's a professional tool to promote and sell your company and its products. A blog is a collection of articles on a website appearing in reverse chronological order. In other words, the latest blog appears first in the list. Does my website need a facelift? August the 2nd. The next one, get a website yesterday, July 15th. Your website sucks. That was June 14th. And you can see as we drag down the earlier blogs. Most business websites are pretty static. You spend a lot of time and energy putting your website up, and then you sort of walk away from it, which isn't good. You need to find a way to keep your website current and to keep your viewers engaged. And the way to do that is by writing a blog, which is why blogs are so popular right now, and you see them in more and more websites. Websites with relevant blogs generate 67% more interest than websites that do not. Right there is reason enough to write a blog. One of the misconceptions about writing blogs is that you have to be a good writer. Nothing could be further from the truth. People read blogs to get a personal perspective on things. They want to relate. And that's why the really good blogs are written in a very conversational and informal way. A blog post will engage and inform your audience and helps develop better customer relationships. It can improve your website's SEO. That's your search engine optimization. Google focuses on websites' content and frequency of posts and updates. Therefore, if a blog is well managed, updated, and based on relevant topics to your business, it's going to increase your website's SEO. It will also increase traffic to your website via Google. Google loves content. Keep Google interested by being consistent, whether it's once a week or once a month, and your customers will like it too. You can share your blog on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and other popular social networks. Give your followers a reason to click through to your website. It'll make you an expert in your field. Readers are looking for experts, and that person is you. People are more likely to buy something from someone they perceive to be knowledgeable about whatever it is they're selling. And you're building trust too. The more you can show that you are well versed in your field, the more likely your consumer will trust you to supply what they need. It helps build your brand. Plug your products. If you're a retailer, write blog posts about the products you're selling. It adds value to your website. Consumers like to be informed, and they appreciate that you are not only informed, but you're teaching them as well. And the biggest reason of all is your conversion rate. A visitor converts anytime they take the next step on your website. After reading the blog, the visitor may register for your newsletter, They may click on a certain link. They may open an email that you send them. They may participate in a survey, and they may also purchase something from your store. Blogs create an even playing field. They allow small business companies to compete with big corporations. So let's take a look at how some companies in different fields use blogs to engage and inform their target audience. I Heart Dogs is a site that Lulu likes. They've got all kinds of supplies and clothing, and they also have a blog. When you click on blog, you see the list of topics that they offer. And let's just take a look at one of their blogs, just to show you that it's so easy to do. Let's do dental. We'll click on dental, and then we're going to click on read more. So when you see the whole blog, it's very easy to read, to scan. There are 7 questions with 7 answers. And they're pictures. They show you pictures of dog teeth. They give you the questions and the answers. Pretty easy to read. I always like pictures of dogs. Give you lots of pictures. Then they give you the product that they're trying to promote, dental sticks. Sun County Cleaners is a professional dry cleaning and laundry service. If you go to the menu, you can see they offer tips. That's their blog. Their blog page will show you how to treat stains. Laundered versus dry cleanings. They have 3 pages of different blogs that you can read that will give their customers helpful information and promote their business. SSD Pools is a swimming pool maintenance company. You'll see they also have a blog. Their blog is how to choose the best pool cover, how pool heaters work and create a comfortable swimming experience. Readers will stay on their site longer. Readers will see them as an expert in the field, and hopefully that will convert them into a customer. Mary Maids is a large company. They're all over the United States. Their blog is called Cleaning Tips. When you hover over Cleaning Tips, you see they give you 5 different topics. Let's do Tidy Home. And when you go into Tidy Home, here are all the blogs. And there are 7 pages of blogs of how to keep a tidy home. They're a large company. They don't do this for any other reason than to inform and engage their customers. They're showing you that they are experts in the field. Jinsun is a nail shop in New York City. Then you can see that in their menu is a blog. When you click on the blog, it gives you information about the styles. This is a particular nail artist. And if you drag down, you see the other blogs they've posted in the past. It's all about communicating with your public. Pedego Electric Bikes. Over 100 locally owned electric bike stores. And you can look in their menu and you can see adventures. And if you click on adventures and then drag down to the bottom, and you'll see 2 blogs that you can visit. Boulder Ride to the Flatirons. Let's click on that. So it starts off with the picture and the headline or the title of the blog. As you drag down, you can see it's spatial. They've added pictures, but also you can see where they don't put lots of big paragraphs. They separate the information. So you have chunks of information with lots of space around them. And then they give you information about the place in which they visit, where to eat, where to stay, and the trips that you could take. And finally, at the bottom, there's a bike you might want to buy, or at least get more information about. My Lavender Blues is a website that shares recipes along with beautiful photographs of food, as you can see here. If you go up to the top, you see Journal. That's the blog. Journal opens up the blog page, and you can choose which recipes you're interested in. Let's just do potato and garlic. If you hit read more, there are pictures, comments, and recipes. And then at the very bottom, it'll say back to blog. The purpose for this blog is twofold. It's giving you information about interesting recipes, but it's also promoting the photographer's work. And the pictures are beautiful. Artistry is a landscape company in Sarasota. You can see their website, and they also have a blog. So let's go in and take a look. And they have a lot of blogs. I think there's 43 pages plus older posts. And they've categorized it, which is really helpful. But just on this particular page, I'm going to check out the scrambled egg tree. So here's their blog. They have their headline, their title, followed by 3 lines of information, content, a picture, subtitle, content, followed by another picture, and some more content and subtitles, and then you have it at the end. So it's short, it's easy on the eye, it's easy to read, and it certainly has piqued my interest about this particular plant. Here's Mr. Handyman. And if you look on his menu, tips and ideas. Here are his blogs, and they're categorized deck and patio. There are several blogs that tell you how to winterize your deck, party tips, how to stain, and how to repair. Mr. Handyman is your expert. And Whole Foods Market. We all know Whole Foods, organic foods. Tips and ideas. This is their blog, and they cover everything from seasonal fruits to grilling to how to cut a pineapple. Breakfast ideas. If I want to know something about food, look at all these different blogs that they offer. I'm going to check them out. They're establishing a relationship with their customers by giving them valuable information that they can use. And finally, let's take a look at a boutique. Kemalin Beth is a clothing designer in Sarasota and just recently opened her store. She has a nice website, lots of color, showing all of her designs. If you look on her menu, you see she also has a blog. Her blog posts give information to her readers, and at the very bottom there's 10 things you didn't know about Cami, which is really great. It personalizes her. She's going to give you information about her that you might not know. The other thing I thought was interesting in this blog is Meet the Team. Let's go into Meet the Team. This is something you can do so easily. You highlight the people who work with you. This blog is about 3 employees. She has nice pictures. They're all smiling, which is very important because they're happy to work there. And I think probably the employees themselves came up with the questions. They answered the questions. But nicely done, easy to read. And it personalizes her business. It's a very good idea. It works. So you see, every type of business can profit from having a blog on their website. That's why you see so many of them now. It is the wave of the future. It makes you competitive. And if people see you as an authority, they're going to buy from you. They're going to buy your products and your services. There are many reasons why you have to have a blog on your website. Here are 12 facts that you simply cannot ignore. Companies with blogs on their websites receive 97% more links to their website. And 77% of internet users are reading blogs. 61% of Americans spend 3 times more time reading blogs than they do emails. And blogs increase your search rank, now get this, 434%. Blog posts are 3.5 times more likely to be shared on social media. And when they are, people will come back to your website. Blogs with images get 94% more views. Remember, people don't read, they scan, and they love pictures. 57% of businesses gain customers through their blog. Blogs increase website traffic to your website up to 6 times. And 60% of customers view a company with a blog more positively. 81% of U.S. internet users trust the information that they get from a blog. And 70% of customers learn about a company through their blogs rather than ads. And finally, number 12, 78% of chief marketing officers think that having a blog is the future of marketing. The statistics are overwhelming. You need to have a blog on your website. So why do people say, I don't want to write a blog? I heard that a few days ago. My client said, I don't want to write a blog. I think it's because you think about writing a blog like writing those papers in high school when you were up all night. It was a disaster. But blogs aren't about writing papers. Blogs are just lists with pictures. So let's talk about how to write a blog. First thing, you got to have a plan. Speak to your target audience. What do they want to know about your product or your services? And choose a topic that will interest them. You need a headline. That's your title. A 6 to 13 word title will drive more traffic. How to generates the most interest, and a common technique is to pose a question. If you have a laundry company, maybe you want to pose a question. Can you clean wine stains from a white rug? Make sure your target audience is really interested in the answer. And then you've got to write. And you want to have good content and something that your readers can use. Make it scannable by using subheadings. Use 2 to 3 lines or sentences under the subheadings and divide it into chunks of information using a lot of white space. And most importantly, be real. Write like you're talking to a friend. Don't try to impress people with big words or long sentences. Next, you want to add images. You can even add a video. Images take up space and viewers love pictures. Then you want to edit. You're going to check the spelling and you're going to add some keywords. Tutorial number 21 is all about keywords. Keywords are the words that your viewers type into the search engine at Google to get information. And if you put those words in your blog, then Google will see the words and send people to your blog. We'll talk more about keywords. They're very important. And finally, accept that the blog will never be perfect. And it doesn't have to be a literary masterpiece. It's a blog, for goodness sakes. Make sure it delivers to your audience. And then repeat at least once a month. You've got to keep your website current. So now let's take this format and apply it to a blog. If you had a business that sold face masks, you might want to have a blog on that website of what happens if people don't dispose of their masks properly. And here's a blog that addresses that problem. You can see in the beginning, at the top, you have your heading, your title, and your picture, followed by subheadings with content and subheadings with content and pictures. It's easy to read. It's easy to scan. It's relaxing on the eye because it's not cluttered. This is what you want to strive for. You can see with I Heart Dogs, we're going to follow the same format. You have your heading with your title and your picture, followed by subheadings and content. You give the reader valuable information and you make it easy for them to read. And once you have a formula, it's not difficult to do. Both of these blogs hit the mark. So now you know what a blog is and why it's important to have it on your website. And I've given you some good examples from all kinds of businesses that have blogs. And I've given you a format that you can use to create a blog. So now the next hurdle is, what are you going to write about? Well, there's tons of stuff to write about. You can highlight a new item. You can highlight your product. You can tell your customers how to do something depending on your business. Create a contest. People love to know about people who work in your business. You can give them suggestions for product use, like what beer goes with what type of pizza. You can tell them your story of how you run your business, what's important. Take a look at your company, take a look at your products, take a look at your staff. You can come up with hundreds of ideas that you can write about. Blogging only gets more popular in the future. And if you're going to be competitive, you need to write blogs on your website. And the best time to start taking it seriously is now. The first blog is the hardest to write. And once you write a couple of blogs, it's not going to be so difficult. It'll be easy. You have a format, follow it. And before you know it, you'll have pages of blogs on your website for your customers to review. So blogs are not just informative. They personalize your business. They engage your target audience. They give you a competitive edge. They keep your website current. And that makes you interesting. And we all want to be interesting. We certainly do not want to be dull. Keywords are words and phrases that people type into search engines like Google when they want information. You want to be found online, and keywords are the breadcrumbs that lead viewers to your website. Check out tutorial number 21. It'll be available next week, and it'll show you how to use keywords on your website. And it'll be fun. So, Lulu and I'll see you next time.